Iabot ko Davao 73. 74. 74. Hindi ako aware sa music scene at that time kasi estranghero ako galing ako Maynila, Quezon City. I started becoming aware of a scene, music scene, siguro bandang 78, dapit 77, 78. Pero yung alam kong scene, yung member ko, part ko, participant ko. So, school-based at an de Davao, theater group. So, theater-based music scene. Yun yung alam ko. At the same time, na ay mga pipila ka bar nga doon ay kakanta-kanta. Sina Rolly Maligad. Ano na? Na ay mga folk house na ay tambayanan sa mga banda. I got invited to Vancouver to play.
Oh, okay.
By a visiting journalist who liked my music. Yung journalist na yun, Canadian, I was doing a story on yung revolution. At that time, revolution diba? Ang commitment niya dun sa sponsor niya, who was the founder of the Vancouver Folk Music Festival, commitment niya is to bring something back for the festival. So she found me because of my cassette, which was recorded in 82. So namunga siya after 4 years. Dinala ako ngayon sa Vancouver. Dalawa kami dinala, taga Davao. When I met musicians, doon, na-realize ko na, ito gusto kong buhay. Rockstar. At pagbalik na ako dire, nag-official, nag-leave na ako. I got in touch with my friends, set up an NGO that did documentaries, among other things, radio programs. Cassette lang yun. So they set up a little cassette studio to do the voiceovers. So that evening, when we were setting up the equipment, tabang-tabang ko, kanta-kanta ko. Sige, testing ko din. Kasi kanta-kanta ko sa akong mga composition. Puro English pa akong composition kanya doon. Yung sila nga, kahit tayo album. Yung sige. Doon nagsimula yung kwento-kwento. I left Davao in 91. Tungod sa walay scene. I mean, not economically. It didn't make sense for me. I wanted to be a musician, an artist full-time. It didn't make sense economically to stay in Davao. So, because my name. At that time, I was 35 years old, which is pretty late for a musician. A lot of musicians, showbiz in general, entertainment in general, so good kag bata. So, sulod ko diha, 35 years old na ko. 91.
Where to guy? From college days?
No, because I was never really thinking of that. I never really intended to move to Manila and be a professional entertainer or musician. Ako alam, but my commitment to myself was to be happy regardless of economics. Well, it happened because I decided that I was an artist and it was useless for me to pretend to be something else. And during the first or second, I think it was his first tour, as Joey Ayala, bali second tour ng banda, same first tour, theater group pa eh. Second tour, yung mga second casting ko, si Jim Paredes, sa Apple Hiking yan, nanonood sa CCP. Sinabihan niya yung manager niya, ay, manage mo nga yan si Joey Ayala. So during that tour, nakipag-meeting ako kay Butch, dance. Sige. Pero wala pa nangyari kasi ang dahil ko pa nakaschedule na trabaho, I didn't take it seriously until the money ran out. So when the money ran out, I had something like, we were still living with my in-laws, bahay ng in-laws ko. I had like 2,000 pesos in my bank account and I had two baby boys. Right? So ako yung pagkaon, diri lang yung po. Tinawagan ko na si Books. May ano pa ba? May market value pa ba ako dyan? Kasi lumalabas na ako sa dyaryo, kung saan na-interview na ako sa TV. Pero wala sa isip ko doon matira. Dito pa rin ako. But yun nga the money ran out. So, I gave up on Davao at that point. Okay, it's not gonna happen in my lifetime here in Davao. So, I really forget Davao. It doesn't wanna do it. Alis muna ako. Parang nandun na yung economic point na hindi nila naintindihan yung punto eh. You cannot save a culture without saving the economic aspect. Like, for example, you have a dance that is a celebration of harvest. But if people are not happy about the harvest, you will lose the reason to dance. You have to work at it. Because the natural tendency is when you get good enough and you want more, you go to a bigger market, which is Manila. So, depende. Kasi iba na ngayon yung economic situation dito. I really can't tell. Pag-asa ba ang Davao na gumanda ang economics for an artist? Depends on the artist. No? Kasi kung ang artist, iisipin niya na specialized siya, artist lang siya, hindi siya mangyayari. Artists have to become partly generalists. They have to understand economics, they have to understand politics, and to be able to maneuver not in a specialized occupation. Singer lang ko, it's not gonna work. Then alipin ka, you'll be at the service of whoever will buy you. But if you look at yourself more as a generalist who is also a specialist, then you organize yourselves, you create systems that will generate the resources that you want to exist. You have to be an organizer, you have to be a manager, you have to be all that. Audience, listen to your neighbors. Listen to people who live where you live. Kasi they're talking about things that are close to your own experience. The musicians, well, try to diversify. Palagay ko, marami sa kabataan natin ngayon, ang role model, yung sikat. So many young people want to be newscasters, rock stars, American Idol, and this. Okay lang yan. It's good to have very high, or sabihin natin, very popular models. But out of a million, isa lang yan. And chances are, you have the potential, but if you have not been doing it from an early age, you're not gonna get it. You have to have been doing it from an early age, at least 10,000 hours, para yung muscles mo, yung habits, nakaumang lahat doon.
The 7 years.
Yung 7 years of about anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day. And some people do that naturally, kaya nga yun yung tinatawag na talented. Actually wala naman talent eh. Talent means you've been doing it for 10,000 hours. Naturally. Hindi mo napapansin na ginagawa mo. Like, if you talk to people a lot, you're exercising your voice. If you walk a lot, you're exercising your muscles. Diba? Ganun lang. If you listen a lot, you're exercising your musical sense in your ears. So, that's kasama sa 10,000 hours yun. That adds to your talent. So, ang ano lang is, find out what you really want. Ano ba talaga yung talent mo? What have you been doing for 10,000 hours? And what do you need to learn to succeed? So you have to diversify just a bit. You have to know anong kulang mo. Kasi yun ang babawin mo yan. Oo. Dagdagan mo yung hours mo doon. Anong kulang mo. Joey Ayala po ito. Inviting you to check out www.davaomusicnation.com. Kuyaw kayo.